Angels, demons. I fear their conflict will soon engulf the world of men. And when it does, what hope will there be when even the wrath of angels cannot be quenched?
This is my final score of the game. I've still not completed the campaign story, but what I've seen so far, the story is so good. The music is amazing. I wish there was more of it. The campaign playthrough is very fun, well made, with cutscenes and cinematics, and it takes you through the whole world, making you experience and walk around, and it's quite good. Itemization thus far does not feel bad. The action is very good. I think it's well balanced. Um, the RPG factor, it's a RPG, so what do you expect? The quests are not that intricate. Builds, I feel there's lacking builds, especially in the late game. You can't experiment as much, and in the end, you feel like you're forced into a meta build. But in the early game, you can experiment, and the skills and abilities are quite awesome. Completism, there's a lot of stuff you can do to tick off renown, collecting legendaries, completing side quests. There's a lot of stuff you can do to tick things off. Not the biggest fan. I don't think it has a big impact on the game. The cinematics are amazing. Really brings out the grim, dark vibe of the game. Yeah, it's well made. It's Blizzard quality. The PvP, I played a bit, don't like it, but it's not bad. I wish there was more done quality of life improvements. It's linked to the user interface, but it's personal preference, and it user interface does work well enough. You get used to it. Ease of access, new players can definitely play the game. That's why you've seen such a big influx of new players, as well as how Blizzard advertised everything. Monster design is quite good. With the new graphics is amazing. However, I still feel they copied a lot from D3. The end game looks interesting. I can't wait to get into it. Uh, some of the bosses are quite cool. Not all of them, but those I've seen are quite cool. The spells and abilities are very impactful, and look great. Social, the game definitely has a social aspect. I can't wait to play with friends and try it out. Party plays also quite well. Unfortunately, this part of it, I would say I give it a bit lower score because you can only play with 4 people in a party, which is not so fun. Damage scaling feels it works quite well, but only with itemization. Meta builds are when you max out certain core abilities or damaging abilities. However, it feels good. Monetization, I gave it average 5. I'm glad that Blizzard doesn't force it down your throat. Cinematics, cosmetics look great, although I don't care for it. I won't spend money on it. For those who do, I think you get your bang for the buck. Graphics overall amazing. The environment feels great. The performance is quite well, even on my entry level laptop, which is amazing. Resource management, you have to manage your resources and start hoarding stuff for the late game. Not the biggest fan, but it's there. Developer communication, it looks like they're considering the fan base, and especially the big streamers. They're listening to the input, which is great. Horsey, I love it that there's a mount. I still haven't unlocked it. I can't wait. The Paragon board looks like it really gives you that end game building and fine tuning your class. So I can't wait. It looks interesting. I've seen a lot of it on when you go to these build calculators. You can actually go to the Paragon board and see what is in it for each class. Crafting is quite intricate with the aspects, changing of affixes, and trying to get the right amount of sockets and certain gems and certain affixes like vulnerable damage or whatever suits your class and the damage output you want to do. So I think it's quite well. It's basic, but it's quite well. Um, Overall systems, it's 50-50, but it's not bad. Um, as far as I play, the more I play, the more I like it, and it seems to work together. Um, but I have to look into it more. The combat feels amazing. The mechanics of how you're dodging, how the abilities look, it feels so well. It matches so well, and it's what makes the game so fun. There's loads of content. The game is huge, and to think there will be new seasons and new content, possibly expansions, is mind-boggling, and that is why I have given Diablo the final judgment, the worthy judgment of 8 out of 10. Why 8 out of 10? It's actually maybe a 9 out of 10, but I gave it 8 because I have a wish list. I wish there were more skill slots. You would access the mount faster to travel in the world, improve the user interface a bit, like having specific tabs for gems only, maybe an extra stash tab that you don't have to unlock, and to make more RPG-like type quests so you can get access to unique items at earlier levels and even for late game, which you can only get from these quests would be quite cool. But the game is quite good. It's it hits the spot. So well done, Blizzard, and I am happy about the game. So now you know, 8 out of 10. Yeah. Thank you for listening. Vortex out.
Justice be done. Your field stabilized.